Alright, today we're going to be trying a couple different ways to do the incline bench press. So I saw a video recently that was talking about how someone has their arms on the bench press. So when they're coming down on the incline to work the upper chest, you come down narrow, but then the person would widen out and then come up like that, which would indicate more of a mid-level chest press. So in order to keep the upper chest activated throughout the entire movement, you come down, keep the elbows tucked, and then push through that. So keeping the elbows tucked instead of letting them flare out and having the bar go straight up, I'm guessing, right? You want to have a kind of curved bench press path is my guess. So you come down, curved, and then come up, push back, right? So we're gonna give 3 different widths a chance today with 225 to see how each one of them feels for me personally. So for the first one, we're gonna start super wide, or in my opinion, this is super wide. Fingers on the groove on the outside here. We're gonna see how this feels. I gotta get a different song playing. All right. Okay. See, I like the feeling of that. I use the bench press really wide for powerlifting, so that's not particularly brand new to me, but it's been a while since I bench pressed that wide. I got a cramp in my hip during that, but for the next one, we're gonna do right in the middle here. I would say about thumb lengths width away from the smooth part of the bar. And then the next one, we're gonna go super close. So set number 2 here. Like I said here, we're just gonna go for something along the lines of thumb widths away from the smooth part of the bar. I feel like that's middle between the next grip that I'm about to do, and we're gonna see this. I think this is usually the grip that I do right here. So, I'll report back. I'm just gonna try and keep the elbows tucked. I think towards the end of the set, it's gonna be inevitable that the elbow comes untucked. Trying to push through those last heavy reps, but we'll see how it looks on this one. Okay. Ooh, all right. I like that one more, especially trying to focus on keeping the elbows tucked. Usually I do about 275 or 2 plates and 25 on each side when I'm doing the sets. So it looks, it's heavier, so it's probably a little bit harder to keep the elbows tucked, but doing the lighter weight and focusing on the elbow tuck feels good on the chest either way. Hey, I don't know how much more narrow I can go, but we're gonna see how it feels. All right, starting this 3rd set here. This is gonna be super narrow compared to what I usually do. I'm gonna go hands right outside the smooth part of the bar. We're gonna see how this feels. I'm not gonna prejudge it. I would say hopes aren't high, but I'm gonna try my best to go in here with good technique and just see how it feels. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was sliding on the seat at the end of the rep there. Anyways, as soon as I put my hands on the bar, I knew it was going to feel for the triceps. Triceps got a lot more activation on that set than I felt on the other sets. So, the obvious downside to a very wide grip is that it becomes hard to get the elbows tucked more. It felt good, but it's just hard to get the elbows tucked more, so you're going to end up pressing out here anyways. From that middle grip, though, it's perfect. because it wasn't too narrow. It was firing on the triceps a lot, but it wasn't so wide that I was hitting, you know, like guillotine press. It was just right in the perfect range, I think, for that middle grip. The thumbs width away from the smooth part of the bar for me personally, and then the too far in. That was just a lot of triceps. I felt the chest plenty because I was keeping the elbows tucked, and it was just based on good technique, but a lot of triceps in that super narrow grip. So for me personally, I still prefer the mid grip. You just gotta really focus on keeping the elbows, and that's all it is. And I think it's a mistake that I make pretty often when I do my incline press, because I go heavy to the point where most of the set looks like I'm flaring the elbow when it comes out of the bottom of the rep, when really you just gotta focus on keeping it tucked. But technique over weight, that's what it comes down to. And this is all just my opinion, so disclaimer on that.